Good happy Friday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, MV Mount Sunapee runs aground in Lake Sunapee. Let's take a listen to the video.
Let's put this political promise to the test.
I've been an independent, strong voice for New Hampshire.
Then why does Kelly Ayotte still support Donald Trump for president? Independent-minded Republicans across America put principle ahead of party and said no to Trump. But not Kelly Ayotte. She says she still supports Trump.
An independent, strong voice.
If she's so independent, why is she still supporting Trump? Independence USA PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The MV Mount Sunapee 2 was out for her popular lake cruise with 58 passengers and 2 crew members on board when she got stuck on top of the intake pipes that feed lake water into the Mount Sunapee ski area snowmaking system. The Marine Patrol says the ship was not damaged, just not moving. The call for help reached rescuers at 3:40 this afternoon. They tell News 9 fire and police boats responded and found everyone wearing a life jacket, ready to evacuate. People living along Lake Sunapee started snapping pictures and recording video when they realized something was wrong out on the water.
All of a sudden we hear a siren, and it's the fireboat going by. The fireboat never uses its siren when it's going down the lake.
Turns out rescuers recently practiced this exact evacuation drill. They used their smaller boats to transfer passengers to the Sunapee's sister ship, the MV Kearsarge, and they were taken safely to shore. The cruise company wonders if a low lake level and an unmarked pipe contributed to the problem.
We were out on our normal 2 o'clock cruise and coming by the state beach like we normally do, and we got stuck on a pipe that was underwater that wasn't marked. I know that we're definitely in a drought right now, so that doesn't help, and the lake level is a little lower than normal.
Divers arrive in the morning to try to free the MV Mount Sunapee 2.
They're going to come and use some airbags to just lift it up a couple inches to get it off that pipe, and then the boat will be moved back. We've already had divers check out the boat, and everything on the boat looks great.
As for the passengers, they were given dessert on the Kearsarge, which is a dinner cruise ship, and vouchers to come back, but it's still unclear when the Mount Sunapee 2 will be cruising this lake once again. Live along Lake Sunapee in Newberry, Gene Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Ex-New Hampshire state trooper pleads guilty in beating of chase suspect. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Let's put this political promise to the test.
I've been an independent, strong voice for New Hampshire.
Then why does Kelly Ayotte still support Donald Trump for president? Independent-minded Republicans across America put principle ahead of party and said no to Trump. But not Kelly Ayotte. She says she still supports Trump.
An independent, strong voice.
If she's so independent, why is she still supporting Trump? Independence USA PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Plead guilty, Your Honor.
Former New Hampshire State Trooper Andrew Monaco agreed to give up his law enforcement certificate, undergo an anger management evaluation, and do community service, but he will not go to jail for the attack on Richard Simone.
Defendant himself inflicted 12 blows with his hand and 2 knee strikes to Simone's right side.
Simone was wanted on multiple warrants and took police on a high-speed chase through 2 states. In Nashua, news helicopters caught what looked like Monaco and a Massachusetts state trooper repeatedly punching Simone after he was on the ground.
I severely regret my actions and cannot explain why I engaged in actions that I had always promised myself I would not do.
He was unable to detach his emotions from his training. for that, he accepts his responsibility. He did immediately, and he continues to do so.
His plea agreement included only a deferred 12-month jail sentence, something even the judge had reservations about, and Simone's attorney said wasn't enough.
Richie feels that the jail time is appropriate for an assault like this, that the message that's being sent is that there are two sets of rules by letting this officer walk out with what he feels is a little more than a slap on the wrist.
But the Attorney General says rarely does a simple assault conviction result in the loss of a career, one Monaco dreamed of since he was a child.
I apologize to the members of law enforcement, especially those that were there that day during the incident, for my actions. But most importantly, I apologize to the citizens of New Hampshire for my conduct on May 11th.
Now, Monaco has to prove that he has met all of the conditions in his plea agreement in 1 year's time, but then he still needs to be of good behavior for the next 2 years, or the jail sentence could be imposed. Reporting live in Nashua, Heather Hamill, WMUR News Now.
Okay. There you go on that report. Clear divises among federal candidates on Second Amendment gun control. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9. And I guess we do not have our video for you. Sorry about that. A little technical difficulties with the video. The Second Amendment and gun control have long been a flashpoint of tensions in political debate and elections, but the recent span of mass shootings across country in Europe and elsewhere has heightened the issue to a new level of security in 2016. Defense resist in trial of New Hampshire mother accused of beating 3-year-old daughter to death. Let's take a look at this video from NH1 News.
The defense has rested in the case of a local mother charged with the beating death of her 3-year-old. NH1's Colleen Shaughnessy reports tonight.
Today, defense attorneys called in their remaining witnesses. One, an EMT who says they did all they could that morning to try to save the girl. They also called a family member of the state's star witness who says his word cannot be trusted. 27-year-old Caitlin Marin is facing life in prison. Prosecutors say she beat 3-year-old Brielle Gage twice the night before she died in November of 2014. She didn't call 911 until around 11 the next morning. EMT Kevin Pelletier says he arrived at 14 Oak Street, finding Brielle naked and lifeless on the bathroom floor.
The child was very pale, like very, very white. No circulation to the child at all, you could tell. And there was several bruises on the child's body, on the torso.
Pelletier says he and his partner tried to revive Brielle the entire way to the hospital, but she wasn't breathing and had no pulse.
I figured that the child had been passed away for a little bit, but we continued CPR and tried everything we could to give it a chance.
Marin's defense attorneys have questioned the credibility and actions of Marin's former live-in fiancé, Michael Rivera, who says he saw Marin slamming the girl's head into the floor. Rivera admits to using heroin at the time and says he fled the house before EMTs arrived because he was afraid of being jailed on a bail violation. Defense attorneys calling Rivera's sister-in-law to the stand, who says she had to kick him out of the house more than once. And when asked to describe Michael...
Okay, and there you go on that report. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump has used prejudice and paranormal in campaign. Let's take a listen to this video.
To do a hefty job.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. Donald Trump calling Hillary Clinton a bigot. Late today, Clinton taking the stage and firing back. And Donald Trump just a short time ago pressed to explain why he thinks she's a bigot. You'll see how he responds. All of this tonight as a new national poll shows Clinton leading now by 10 points above 50%. ABC's David Wright, and what was said, and how even some Trump supporters seemed taken aback.
Hours before Hillary Clinton took the stage in Reno, Donald Trump dropped this bomb.
Hillary Clinton is a bigot who sees people of color only as votes, not as human beings worthy of a better future. Hillary Clinton is a bigot.
That woman behind him there appears to be shocked. Today, Clinton made her case that it's Trump who's been running a racist campaign.
Donald Trump has built his campaign on prejudice and paranoia. He is taking hate groups mainstream and helping a radical fringe take over the Republican Party.
In some of her strongest language yet, she ran down the list.
He promoted the racist lie that President Obama is not really an American citizen.
Using Trump's own words against him, she accused him of launching his run for the presidency with another racist lie about Mexican immigrants.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
There has been a steady stream of bigotry coming from him.
She also made it clear she doesn't buy Trump's new effort to reach out to African American voters.
I say this to the African American community. Give Donald Trump a chance. We will turn it around. We will make your streets safe. So when you walk down the street, you don't get shot, which is what's happening now.
Trump has stood up in front of largely white audiences and described black communities in such insulting and ignorant terms.
Today, Clinton's campaign released a new video.
The reason a lot of Klan members like Donald Trump is because a lot of what he believes, we believe in. Donald Trump would be best for the job.
For president.
Yeah.
Trump denounced her new line of attack as a brazen attempt at distraction.
When Democratic policies fail.
Okay, and there you go, for that report. Car bomb attack in Turkey kills 11 police, 78 wounded. Caduceus militants on Friday attacked a police checkpoint in southeast Turkey with an explosive-laden truck, killing at least 11 police officers and wounding 78 other people, the state-run news agency said. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Friday, and see you back here later on. Goodbye, everyone.